Do you still manually cast your objects to use specific methods on them? Then let me show you a better way. My name is Oskar and I'm a passionate Java developer, and on YouTube I teach you what I learned in Java and Spring Boot ecosystems. Today I will introduce you to an amazing feature which is pattern matching that will help us make our code shorter and safer by simplifying type checks and casting. Normally, when we want to cast some object and use some method on it, we will do it this way. So first we check if this object is, for example, instance of string, and then we cast this variable to string, and then we can use methods on it. In this example, it's not a big problem, even though it's more verbose and repetitive. But in this simple example, of course, it is not a problem. We know what is happening here, and it's fine. But as you can see, we even get a warning here, and I will explain it in a moment. So basically, if instead of using this standard checking and of instance and then casting, we can use something called pattern matching, which we got in Java, I think for the first time, Java 16. So basically, instead of separately declaring this variable and checking the instance, we do it in one line. So let's use this IntelliJ warning and replace this with pattern variable. And as you can see, we get object instance of string s, and then we use this s to uppercase in our main method. As you can see, this is shorter, more concise, and clear. But it's not the only thing we can do with pattern matching. Since I think Java 17 or 21, we can use also a pattern matching in switch statements. So let's make a quick example. Let's create a static string formatter method, okay, and it will receive object in the parameter. And now let's do return switch. By the way, you can use switch as a in return. That will get this object, okay? And now let's create cases. So if it's an integer, for example, by the way, I think since this version we can also use int instead of integer. Okay, and do, for example, this. Yeah, so I think it goes in the next version. So let's for now use the classes. Okay, also use case string s and string format, for example. You can use double, default unknown type, for example, and maybe also case null value. Okay, and now we can, for example, use it. I will copy maybe from the notes. Okay. Yes, format. Yeah. And if we run this, it should work. Okay. And I think if I change the project structure to language level 25, we should also be able to use ints here. Okay. I guess we can't. So as you can see, this is how you use pattern matching in Java. I hope you learned something new in this short tutorial. If you want to learn more about Java and Spring Boot, of course, subscribe to this channel and watch the full playlist. But you can also check out the top link in the description for my platform with my courses from Java and Spring Boot. Here is the next video you do things you should watch. And till the next time, create some amazing applications.